What more can be done at this point?
Uh, well, in terms of Stockton, the city of Stockton, we have a pretty robust and mature crime prevention and crime fighting model and strategy that we adhere to. So, what it gives us an opportunity to do is to either ratchet it up or ratchet it down, depending upon what's going on in the city. So, obviously, we're in a heightened state at this point. February, we saw a true spike in crime activity. However, during March so far, the spike has gone down, although we've had a couple of homicides in March. Uh, our Office of Violence Prevention, they're out there doing what they do. Their focus is on intervention and prevention, and really, covering the communities and the neighborhoods where some of the activity is occurring, working with community organizations, working with families, as well as working with victims as well. And obviously, police department, they're on the enforcement side. So all of these things working together is really the strategy, is really the model, and we're doing what we always do, because that's the key. We believe we've got a very solid and effective strategy and a model, and we want to stick to that. We're also leveraging assistance from our federal law enforcement partners. So we're leveraging our external relationships with federal agencies. We are leveraging technology. We're leveraging intelligence. And we're leveraging engagement of the community at the same time. So all of these things are proven to work, and we're sticking with that, and we're confident that we will get through this. You're going to experience a spike at some point during the year. It's a little earlier than expected, typically when the spring hits and then early summer, but the weather has been pretty good, and so that's a contributing factor as well.
When you say leveraging the federal help, what
Yes.
kind of leveraging are you talking about?
Well, we have ongoing task force operations with various federal agencies, such as the Marshal Service as well as ATF, and those are some of our federal partners that we're always engaged in with some action or activity in terms of they may know things that we don't know, and vice versa. So we sort of cross pollinate and work it together from a collaboration perspective.
And the drop, there has been a drop,
In
a
March,
noticeable drop in March, except for, like you mentioned, the last
a
few
couple,
days or
yeah.
so. Do you think that has been the OVP? Has that been the key reason why you believe that there has been a drop?
It's been OVP as well as the police department. Beginning of March, we deployed additional assets and resources. And as I mentioned, with our crime prevention, intervention, and crime fighting model and strategy, we're able to scale it up or scale it down. So for the month of March, we've scaled up significantly, and we will continue to do that until we have a good sense and feel that things are stabilizing somewhat.
Yeah, because that's what people want to know. It's like, how much, can you, when you say ratchet it up, are there more, you're putting more bodies out there in the streets, more intervention
Yeah,
folks
yeah,
that are going into
yeah.
these neighborhoods that are kind of the high crime areas?
Absolutely. Our Office of Violence Prevention resources, they're out there in these neighborhoods. They're working with these families in every way possible in terms of making certain that they're okay, that they have what they need, trying to minimize any anxiety, any stress that might be a contributing factor to any uptick in crime, and just protecting, just making certain that whatever effects of a shooting might have in terms of retaliatory actions, that those are being intercepted. And you're intercepting them in a variety of ways. And obviously our police department, our detectives are working in overdrive in terms of solving a lot of the homicides, as well as, and obviously, it's most effective when they are able to do that as fast as possible. So all of these things working together, and we're leveraging technology. And I really can't talk a lot about the specifics of that, but do know that we're where we need to be. We know where we need to be, and we're watching everything.
Finally, what is your kind of personal message to families that are grieving, that are losing their loved ones, especially in the last few days or so?
Well, it's sad. It's sad, and that's where OVP really comes into play. Well, we really have got to touch those families and make certain that they have the necessary support, be it moral support, be it physical support in terms of whatever they might need in terms of assistance, as well as connecting them to other services that can be beneficial to them. Uh, you know, crime is what it is, and the best way to deal with crime is that collaborative interaction with government, the community, and the families in terms of helping them to get through it, while at the same time working towards preventing any additional grief or tragedies.